All right, fellas. Today we're talking about hand warmers. Not specifically these. These will keep your hands warm. This isn't what we're talking about today. Today we're talking about these. Hand warmers. Chemical hand warmers. That's what I've always called them, chemical hand warmers. I don't know what the industry wants to call them. I know they're not the kind that take the fuel or take an electric or a battery or anything else. Chemical hand warmers. You find them at Walmart, Target, the Home, all the normal scumbags. All right, here's how they work. This seems silly. I got to describe this and explain it, but I've just watched it over and over, and it's frustrating to watch. So maybe you guys can learn and pass on the information. So they don't last forever. They've got a shelf life, a couple of years. They're good. These should be everywhere. Should be in your car, should be in your go bag, should be in your get home bag, should be in your bug out bag, should be in your overnight bag. They should just be everywhere. Wintertime, if it's cold, you should have a set of these in your pocket. They're a one-time use. Once you use them, once you crack this package, you're done. One and done. But let's get them tore open. I'm not talking about any specific brand. This is just a one that has been in my package for a while. This is the normal ones. They have them that are larger. They have them the size of just the toe of your shoe that have sticky. You can stick them right to your sock. Put your foot in. They have ones that fit on the whole bottom of your foot, on your sock. Keep your foot warm. But this is the most common thing that you're going to see. I'm not going to get into the science and the chemicals that are in behind. Here's how they work. Here's how you use them. Take them out of the package, give them a shake. That's it. I don't know. Give them a little 1-2, sing a song, whatever. Now take this thing and put it in your pocket. Don't play with it. Don't leave it out here to get warm. It won't. I mean, you'll come back and it'll put off a little bit of heat. It's not how you use them optimally. Take the thing, put it in your pocket, put it in your pants pocket, put it in your jacket pocket, put it down inside a glove. In your mittens. There we go. That's where mittens excel. You can take these things, stuff them down inside, they stay inside. Now that's always warm. Pull your hand out, do whatever you want, get your hand cold. Oh! When you put it in your mitten, it's not just out of the weather. It's in a warm spot. Same thing with having this inside your jacket pocket. You have your hands inside your pocket. I don't know, maybe you're sitting on deer stand. Get your hands inside your pockets, nice and warm. Usually you're just playing with these things, holding them down inside your pocket. Whenever you need, you pull your hands out, you do it, they get cold. You put them back into a warm space. That's what's great about these, okay? So, the reason I keep saying put them in a pocket, out in the normal air, they're not going to work the way you need. They almost need to be suffocated. Now, I'm not talking about a Ziploc bag or a glass jar with a lid. I'm talking down inside a pocket where they can't get that much air. They need to be smothered a little bit down into a pocket. And that's where you get the most heat. If they get wet, they're done. If you open them, the package will tell you how long they last. I usually take that and subtract 2 hours. They can last 8, 10, 12 hours, 14 hours. Read the package. But they will give you a couple hours. They do not work immediately. I could feel a little bit of heat here, but it's not going to save my life. It's not going to make me happy. This thing needs to go in my pocket, and after an hour or so, you'll put your hands out. Oh, hey, that's nice. So if you're going hunting, as soon as you get out of the truck, crack these guys open, put them in. That way, by the time you get all the way out to your stand or whatever you're doing, and you say, man, it's getting a little cold, put your hands in your pockets, ha ha ha, nice and warm. That's how it goes. Go to a football game. As soon as you get out of the car. Matter of fact, that wrapper, leave it at the car. Don't litter. Take these things, put them in your pocket. Now, when your honeydew starts saying, it's getting cold, you pull these out of your pocket, you hand them to her, and then she says, oh my God, that's wonderful. You are a hero. So that's how these work. Put them in your pocket. Now, some extra little things you can do. Not just putting them in your jacket pocket, not just putting them inside your gloves or your mittens to keep those warm. I like to put them in my pants pockets, in my front pockets. Now, it sounds a little weird, but that's where your femoral artery is. Femoral artery carries all kinds of blood up and down through the legs and throughout the body. It's a main artery. You keep that warm. Now you got warm blood going everywhere. That's a good thing. Might keep your legs and your toes a little warmer. Same thing. Everybody when they go camping want to take these and attach them to their feet. That's not the greatest idea. These work great in an enclosed space. So if I go camping and it's cold, I usually take the larger ones. Actually, they're called body warmers, a little bit larger, and I'll throw one down in the bottom in my in the foot box of my sleeping bag, and the other one I keep further up. And usually, as I roll around at night, I kind of find that thing and I end up hugging it or putting it in around or leaning on. If it starts to get a little warm, you can kind of shove that to one side in your sleeping bag. If you start getting a little cold, you can find that thing with your feet and hold it between your feet. Now, if it's just stuck to your foot, now what do? That's just one hot spot. Maybe this part and this part and these part all get cold. So that's camping. What I do with that, I throw one in a foot box and one up. Sometimes, if I know it's really going to be cold, I'll throw a couple down in the foot box and a couple, they're kind of disposable. Like I say, one-shot deal. Once you crack these open and they live their life, that's it. When you get back home, I'm always afraid of putting these in the garbage. I know they're not going to get that hot, but I just leave them on the counter. They're not going to burn a hole in the counter or anything. Leave them on the counter, come back the next day. They're hard, toss them. That's how that works. If you pull them out and keep shaking, it doesn't reactivate it. If you get them wet, I've seen that. The band kids, you're making me crazy. You got your cotton gloves for your band and they get wet and you're holding it and you're squeezing the water out of them and then you shake them and you think they're going to do something. It's not how that works. It just doesn't. You make me crazy. But optimally, if you do have something like a mitten, stuff goes down inside that mitten, and that becomes a nice warm area. You can pull your hand out. You can't do anything with mittens. Maybe, barely. You could. I wouldn't even suggest driving, but you can handle shovels, things like that. Walk around, your hand stays warm. You pull it out, gets cold, you put it back in, and that is a heated space, just like the pocket in your jacket. Hand warmers. That's just the chemical hand warmers. That's how I use them. That's how I suggest using them. That's how I suggest that they work. There might be other little tricks and that you can do. Throw them in the comments. Teach me something. Hey, best idea wins. And there you go. Another helpful hint.